Yep. Good afternoon and welcome to Bradley County as the Warren Lumberjacks are hosting your Camden Fairview Cardinals on Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball YouTube. Good afternoon. Jonathan Wolfe with you, Jake Morgan, Wes O'Hara. We're glad to be with you on a beautiful Monday afternoon as the Cardinals get back into 8-4A conference action and hope to get back into the win column as well after a tough loss last Thursday at Star City. And they come in facing a Warren Lumberjack team that sits fourth in the conference at 5-3, but they've been playing better baseball as of late. The Cardinals are leading the conference. They are at 8-1, 12-3 overall, and they are going to try to improve their record this afternoon against a familiar foe, one that we saw back in Camden a few weeks ago, Peyton Bird. Peyton Bird will be on the mound for Warren, and he'll be facing across the way Jeffrey Neal. Jeffrey Neal will be getting the start this afternoon for the Cardinals. And that's how things are going to get going. And this game is going to get going a little early here. It's about 7-5, but they are ready to go. So we'll give you the starting lineups as we get them up, and we'll get things going. We're glad you're with us right now. Everything seems to be working. The home plate camera's shaking a little bit due to some wind, but we got some cameras working. And the first pitch comes in a little bit high to the first batter in the Cardinal lineup, Martavius Thomas. Thomas, the center fielder. He is a sophomore, and he is standing in at the plate against Peyton Bird. Bird's first pitch was high. Next one coming. It crosses right there about the belt. Strike one. Martavius batting .386, 24 runs scored. He swings and fouls one back to the backstop right there. It's a 1-2 count. Is our score bug working? It is. Fantastic. We are in business this afternoon. A beautiful, beautiful Monday. And it's a good day for baseball. Pitches in the dirt from Bird. It's a 2-2 count now. On deck is A.J. Smith. Thomas again batting .386 on the year. He does have 10 walks. Only struck out 3 times. He's facing a 2-2 count here, leading this game off. Pitch coming from Bird. A little bit high, and that is ball 3. Home plate umpire pretty consistent there. We're sitting right. In fact, he probably could hear us if we talked a little bit.
He probably can.
As close as we're sitting. Here's the pitch. Inside and low, and that's going to be a walk and a leadoff base runner for the Cardinals.
That's one thing about Thomas. If that ball, he knows where it's crossing that plate at. If he thinks it's a strike, he's swinging at it.
So that brings up A.J. Smith, the second baseman, senior. He will dig in, batting .283. 19 runs scored, 8 RBIs. Try to keep the line rolling here against Bird. Check on the runner at first. He's back. Over to the first baseman, Aiden Reynolds. That is the first baseman for Warren. Again, we'll give you the lineups as we go. This game started pretty early. Off and running is Thomas. He is going to be in. Actually thrown out. A good throw and a great pick by the shortstop. The tag was up on the head, and he sure enough made a great play right there. Thomas is erased on the steal attempt. Breaking pitch in the zone for strike number 2. I believe, yeah, it is. Yep. 0-2 count. 0-2. So a good play by Barnes, the shortstop, to make the tag on Thomas. Pitch is fouled out of play, and it was a great throw by the catcher, Maddox Lassiter. So 1 out here. We are in the top of the first. Bird throws high. That's ball 1. It's a 1-2 count. Next pitch coming from Bird. Just off the plate outside, and Bird didn't like the call. Kind of threw his hands up like, where did that miss? A.J. digs back in. It's 2-2 count now. That pitch is strike 3 on the corner. And, and the Cardinals giving the third baseman, Creed Smith, a little hard time.
Third baseman or the catcher.
I didn't see it.
The catcher.
Oh, okay, bad throw, went to the outfield.
Way over his head.
Gunnar Branch digs in, though, with 2 outs after the strikeout of Smith. Breaking pitch. Holy moly.
I guess that was a makeup call for the
Holy cow. The catcher literally had to swing his arm out wide to make that catch, and it was called a strike.
Just like
that one, but that one actually was called a ball. That was, I honestly thought he was telling him it was outside, and then he said strike. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Bird. That's to the backstop. Branch batting .273, 23 runs scored. Going to try to get things going with 2 outs. Trip O'Hara's on deck. Here's the pitch. Driven left field, just a little bit foul. That ball is in the trees. Long foul ball. That was a drive. We sat there and watched it. Boy, we got a good view down that third base line, don't we?
I mean, right on it. I'm right on the line. I can see. That was just 20 feet left of the foul pole, way up in the trees.
Breaking pitch, driven out to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, throws across,
safe.
And he is out on a bang-bang play. And that will end the top of the first. So the Cardinals get a base runner. He's erased on an attempted steal. Strikeout and a ground out. We go to the bottom half of the first inning, 0-0 the score. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back in Warren, bottom half of the first inning as the Cardinals went quietly in the first. Warren is going to try to get things going for themselves. Cardinals going to have to play some defense. And, Jake, I wasn't at the ball game, did get to watch it, though, and according to the stats, 8 errors on the afternoon, evening against Star City. Defense has been a pretty big highlight of the year, but the other day was not. Cardinals are going to have to play solid defense this afternoon behind the pitcher, Jeffrey Neal, as Warren is amped and ready to play this ball game. They last played, if I could find that in my book. It's been a while. Pitch was outside. Next one's outside from Neal. Robertson behind the plate tried to do a little framing there. Did not get the call. Here comes the next pitch to Barnes. It's in the dirt. Ball 3.
This must be a hometown umpire behind the plate.
Next pitch to Barnes. High and outside, 4 pitches. And Barnes walks. That was another thing that hurt the Cardinals against Star City. We gave up 7 walks in the ball game. We also hit 6. You give free base runners, that's a problem. Now up to bat is Peyton Bird. Bird swings and fouls one just left of third base. And so he'll dig back in. Runner at first base is Clay Barnes. He's the shortstop. Peyton Bird is the batter. No outs. Pitch coming. Hit out to the shortstop, Clardy. He fields it, flips to first, to second rather for one, cross to first. Not in time. Bird is safe, but they do erase the leadoff runner, Barnes. And so that is the first out. Ball was not hit sharply to Clardy, so the turn was going to be difficult as it is. And now batting is the left-handed Maddox Lassiter. He's the catcher. Big guy, digs in there with the Bird down at first base. Neal comes set, looks at Bird now. He's going to go to Bird. O'Hara did not read that. He stepped off the base as if the pitch was coming. Caught the ball, and Bird was, of course, back safely. Here comes the pitch. Ball's popped, foul and out of play. Here comes the next one in the dirt outside. Good block by Robertson. Defensively for the Cardinals, Branch is at third, Clardy's at shortstop. Smith at second, O'Hara at first. Across the outfield is Sewell, Thomas, and Fain in right field. Robertson behind the plate. Neal dealing on the mound. Pitch is low and outside. Bird got a big secondary lead, but not a ball that would have been easily to throw as it was in the dirt outside. Count is 3-1 on Lassiter. In the dirt, ball number 4. So 2 walks in the inning. The bases, or rather they have 2 on, 1 on first and second. Robertson wants to take a minute to talk to his battery mate, and the cleanup hitter, Weston Hargrave, will get ready to bat. Cardinals trying to get their momentum back after a tough loss last week.
Yeah, they need it here. They need to win today.
Pitch is a good one. Looked like a little changeup right there that just fell in the zone in the outside corner. And Hargrave's in the hole 0-1. Now Jeff turns, looks the runner back at second. Here comes the next one from Neal. It's in the dirt. A good block. That's a great job by the catcher, Robertson. Here comes the pitch. Oh, a good pitch. A great pitch. Robertson still framing and cannot get the call. Boy, I'm not real sure where that pitch missed. That was a gorgeous pitch. Here comes the next one. That one's in the dirt. And now we're 3-1 again.
Be 2-2.
It absolutely should. That changeup was a beaut, Clark. Here's the next one. There's a changeup. It's driven out to left field. Pete's not going to get to it. He picks it up, going to throw it to the cutoff man, Branch. He's going to try to bring it home. The tag is not in time, and Bird is in safely. And Warren has an early lead in this one. So a walk, a fielder's choice, another walk, and then a RBI single, and that puts Warren on top here in the bottom half of the first inning. Ball is popped up to the right side. O'Hara looking for it now. A.J. Smith finds it. The wind is blowing pretty stiffly towards the outfield and back actually towards right to left. A.J. had to circle around to get to it. He does make the catch. And so that pop out is the second out of the inning.
He's probably looking up into the sun too, so that was Good job on A.J. Smith to keep his eyes on it.
There's a ball hit out to the right side. That ball might come back fair. It ended up being foul. This is Delfino Rivera. I'm telling you, Jake, that wind is stiff. Of course, you could hear it in our microphones. And that ball was not so far foul, you didn't have to watch it. Fain gave a good effort, couldn't get to it. So it's an 0-1 count to Rivera with runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch from Neal. Ball hit through the hole on the left side. Michael Sewell comes and picks it up. Runners advance one base, and now the bases are loaded. That was just a C&I single right there, Jake. And I tell you, it looks like Neal's changeup he's finding good location, but they're making contact with it.
Yeah, they are. They've caught up.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Wasn't real sure if he was going to give it or not.
I wasn't either. You never know.
Here comes the next one in the dirt. This is to Caleb Barnes. He's the second baseman. He bats with the bases loaded. Opportunity for Warren to really open this thing up. It's 1-0. 2 outs, though, in the inning. There's a good pitch. Just a little bit high, says the umpire.
It was up above the belt.
Out of the windup, here's the pitch. Ball fouled. Well, did the umpire call it?
Well, it hit off. It
did. I know it did, but the umpire never called it.
We had one last Thursday that hit off the ankle guard the guy was wearing and flopped out there just, at the perfect place, just like a good bunt. Guy got on base. Nobody called, nothing.
Ball driven out to right center field. Fain trying to fight the sun. Can't see it. And the ball drops. 1's in. 2 is going to cross the plate. And you called it a while ago, Jake. The sun is ugly in the right field, center to right field. Fain, he ended up turning his head. And now Coach Carmody going out to see him.
We'll have to give him some glasses.
Give him some sunglasses.
Me and Wes talked about this Thursday at Warren. Sun in the same spot. We don't know who in the world designed the direction of these fields.
Yeah. I don't know, but both teams have to play into it, so Warren's doing a good job of making contact. There's a foul ball back to the screen. And it killed our home plate camera. It didn't hit the camera.
There it is.
There he goes. Back. Batter is Aiden Reynolds. He's the first baseman. Warren has a 3-0 lead. Here's the pitch. That was a good changeup, and Aiden Reynolds was way out in front of it. Here comes the next pitch. Outside. Robertson slides out to field it. It is a 1-2 count. Popped up. That's backing out of play. So it is still a 1-2 count. Runners at second and third. Neal delivers. Swing and a miss. And Reynolds goes down on strikes. But Warren does score 3. They score 3 on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the top half of the second inning. It is 3-0 in favor of Warren. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back in Bradley County, as Peyton Bird for the Warren Lumberjacks has gotten his warm-up tosses as we go to the top half of the second inning. And the Lumberjacks have a 3-0 lead on the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Cardinals went quietly in the first. Going to try to get something going here in the second with Trip O'Hara. Carson Mckinney and Logan Robertson first pitch to O'Hara, swung on and missed. 4 strike number 1. One thing you can tell if you're here at the ballpark, which obviously you aren't if you're watching, but the energy, oh goodness gracious. The energy is on the side of Warren right now as they are quite vocal. And that pitch right there to O'Hara looked down and out, but it was called a strike. So here comes an 0-2 pitch from Bird. He can go anywhere he wants to. Goes outside and a flail by O'Hara, and that is strikeout number 2. This does not look like the same Cardinal team we saw a couple of weeks ago, and it surely doesn't look like the same Warren team we saw about 3 weeks ago.
No, they're on their home field and they're here to win. Just got to get our bats going, and I think last time we played them, we hit him pretty good.
McKinney's going to get hit on the arm. Oh, now they're going to say that he's.
What did you see? It's not what you hear.
They're going to make him come back and bat?
It hit him on the elbow. I watched it hit him in his elbow.
Why don't you look at the seams?
Oh.
They finally, he sees the seams. So McKinney does get hit by the pitch. It hit him on the elbow and was quite loud. The umpire at first thought it hit the bat. McKinney comes back to the plate.
If you can't see that, it explains some of the calls.
Well, that's possible. So McKinney's on first base with 1 out. Logan Robertson to the plate. Peyton Bird is going to pitch out of the stretch. And here comes the first pitch inside to Robertson. Now the umpire is getting on to the first baseman for playing outside of the foul line. His half of his shoe might have been across the foul line. But rules are rules. Breaking pitch, and Robertson swings over the top of it. Logan batting .268. He's got 11 hits on the year, looking for hit number 12 with McKinney at first base.
He swung at that one like he was going to put it out in the trees where Gunner put that foul ball earlier.
2-1 count. Cardinals needing to get a little energy on their side. Here comes the pitch as McKinney is off and running, and he is up safely as the catcher Lassiter did not make the exchange from his glove cleanly. I'm not sure he would have had him because he had a great jump.
Real good jump. Real good jump.
So McKinney now stands on second, scoring position. It's a 3-1 count to Logan Robertson. Pitch on the way. That is a ball. And Robertson is going to take a base. So now the Cardinals have a couple of base runners. And Jeffrey Neal comes to the plate. Jeff is .314 on the season. His average has improved. He's walked a team leading 17 times, but he does have 12 RBIs as well. Would like to pick up another one with McKinney out at second. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Knee high. Gavin Fain is in the on-deck circle. McKinney with a lead. Here comes a pitch, swing, and a miss at a fastball that was up in his eyes.
You gotta go the other way, outside. Go the other way. You got it, Jeff. Come on. You gotta have confidence in yourself. Come on. You got holes everywhere, buddy. Let's go. Help yourself. Help yourself.
Here comes the 0-2 breaking pitch or change up there. Jeff couldn't find it. That was a strikeout, second strikeout of the inning for Bird. And now Camden Fairview comes to the plate with 2 outs. A.J. Alsobrook is on first base as the courtesy runner for Robertson. There's a strike outside corner.
It's like if Kevin could pull one down the first base line right there, he's got a lot of space.
Oh, that was a pitch to do it. Didn't swing, though, and it was not a strike. Laster, the catcher, turned around and looked. He wasn't too happy about it, so this umpire might get an earful from both sides tonight. But it's a 1-1 count. That's a ball outside.
Yeah, I've been in that position before where that umpire just, neither team, he's not calling anything, but if you say something to him, it just gets worse.
Swing and a miss on a strike. Good pitch from Bird. Fang could not connect on the fastball at the knees. Here comes the 2-2, fouled off. We're having some issues with the home plate camera, and I'm hearing, do you hear the popping? We're having some type of interference. So we'll have to maybe try to figure out where that interference is coming. Something's creating that. 2-2 count, though, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch from Bird. Ooh, just off the plate. Oh, my.
What?
I don't even. That's called strike 3. And that will do it. So the Cardinals will strand 2 after hit by a pitch and a walk. 3 strikeouts in the inning. We go to the bottom half of the second. It is 3-0 Lumberjacks. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Bottom of the second inning. And the Lumberjacks have come to the plate with a 3-0 lead. Jeffrey Neal back on the mound this afternoon. And Cardinals strand a couple runners in the top half of the second. Now going to try to get 3 up, 3 down. There's a good-looking pitch. Just falls off the zone, out of the zone at the bottom. Ball 1 to the number 9 batter, Sam Hollingsworth. He's trying to roll around to the top here. There's a pitch inside. There's a strike. Cardinals, again, they lead the conference. The 8-4-8, 8-1 is their record in conference. Magnolia is at 6-2. Star City's at 4-2. There's a good-looking pitch. Holy cow. Robertson doesn't even know what to do. Holy smokes, guys. I don't ever want to be critical, but this is a little bit absurd. Jeff don't even know what to do. Pitch in the dirt outside. 3-1 count to Hollingsworth. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Hollingsworth swings over the top. And it runs the count full. Here comes the pitch from Neal. Ball's popped up, right side. O'Hara giving chase. Will that ball stay in play? It does not. Just out of the reach over the fence there. O'Hara almost had it. So Camden Fairview's at 8-1, Magnolia 6-2, Star City 4-2, Warren is 5-3. This would definitely be a boost to their record, not just by the wins, but it would knock Camden Fairview back one. Here comes the full count pitch. Ball's popped up on the infield. Looks like A.J. Smith's underneath it. He calls it, makes the catch behind the bag at second, and one out here in the second inning. That brings us back to the top of the order. Clay Barnes, he walked, was erased on a fielder's choice rather. Neal on the mound, he is ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a good pitch right there, Jake.
Pitch. I think I would go back with it.
No doubt. Ball driven out to left field. That's going to go foul.
A lot of tail on that.
So it's an 0-2 count to the batter, Clay Barnes. One out here, winning the bottom of the second inning.
I don't hear no chatter from the Cardinals over there.
Not a whole lot.
I figured they'd return the favor that in the first inning when Branch hit that one out.
Here's the pitch, high and outside. Barnes was 0 for 4 in his last game against the Cardinals. He's 0 for 0 right now. Jeffrey Neal pitched a 6-inning game against Warren. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, struck out 10. Pitch is off the plate. Ball 3. Full count now. We've given up the 3 runs. Now we just need the 10 strikeouts. Here comes the pitch from Neal. Ball is driven out to left field. Michael Sewell's going to have to play it well. Does not. That ball was hit sharply. It bounces off the fence. And Barnes is in with a double. That ball was hit very well. Looked like maybe, I don't know if that was what pitch that was, but it just hung right up there in the zone.
In the zone, high in the zone. That's a good spot for a hard hit like that. But looked like Sewell kind of couldn't judge it. It was tailing to him so bad that he had a hard time seeing it.
Here's the first pitch to Peyton Bird. It's in the, holy cow. We got a strike there on a ball that Robertson had to fall into the batter's box to get.
Well, that's one thing about a lefty. That curve's going to fall into a right-handed batter. So we'll just say it caught the corner.
That's what we're going to say. It's an 0-1 count. Here comes the next one. Outside ball. Number 1, Barnes is on second base, 1 out here. So Bird grounded into a fielder's choice. He ended up scoring. There's a ball driven out to shortstop. Line drive, softly hit though. And Clardy was able to catch it. That ball was off the end of the bat. From my angle, as soon as he hit it, it looked like it was going to find the hole, and then it just kind of hung.
It just kind of died. It wasn't as hard hit as it looked like it was.
So now 2 outs here, runner at second. Jeff trying to get out of this inning unscathed. And the batter is Maddox Lassiter. He walked, scored a run, and a good pitch right there from Neal. Here comes a pitch fouled off towards the dugout of the Cardinals. He changed speeds right there, Jake, and Lash was way out in front.
That was a good pitch on the inside. He made him swing.
Here comes the next one. Ball fouled again. Looked like it hit Laster on the leg.
Looked like the same pitch. Kind of a breaking ball on the inside of the zone.
Here comes the next one from Neal. Ball hit just out of the reach of a diving O'Hara. The ball is flipped. Now they're going to try to get him at home. It goes off of O'Hara on the attempted toss by A.J. Smith. And the runner is going to score. So run across there on, we're going to call a base hit. I mean, O'Hara dove for the ball. He did not make the catch. It went under his glove and scooted away towards second base. A.J. Smith got to it quickly, tried to toss it to O'Hara at first. They weren't going to get the runner at first. He was going to be safe, but the ball was not able to be caught there. But then the runner does score as the ball got past O'Hara. Swing and a miss by the batter, Weston Hargrave. It's 4-0 now. And a runner at first, Neal. Oh, Hargrave can't.
Got him on his heels right
He
there.
sure
Got
does.
him on his heels.
Two great pitches, and Hargrave doesn't have a chance. Let's see what he comes back with here after throwing two off-speed pitches.
I don't know that I wouldn't put something up in his eyes. And
tried it again, and this time it finds the hole or finds the grass in the outfield over the third baseman's head. That's a good job by Hargrave just to keep his hands back long enough to pop it with the bat. And so runners at first and second now with two outs. And the batter is Creed Smith. He watches a pitch outside. Pitch coming, swing and fouled. Tipped. Good eyes by the dads in the stands. They noticed that the ball had a seam torn, and Jeff checked it. Sure enough, did. And we're sorry about the home plate cam. Not sure where the interference is coming from. We'll try to check on that. It is a 1-1 count to Smith. There's a good-looking pitch, strike on the outside corner. Here comes the next one. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And the Cardinals get out of it, but one run does score for Warren on 3 hits. And no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the bottom, top of the third. It is 4-0 in favor of Warren. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Top of the third inning. Warren on top of the Cardinals, 4-0. Cardinals got their work cut out for them this afternoon. Yet to have a hit. We have left a couple on base. But not able to get any across. Bottom of the order is Rashard Clardy. He digs in against Peyton Bird. First pitch to Clardy is a ball high. Here comes the next one. That's inside. And it's inside in the zone.
Somebody's zone.
Clardy gonna lay down a bunt. It pops up foul territory.
It was a good try. He kind of dropped that bat. We're down, kind of down below his eyes where he couldn't see it.
He's going to hand it to the umpire. He tried to toss it. Wasn't caught.
Should have hit him in the head with it.
Now, we talked about things you're not supposed to say on the air.
I'm sorry.
Here comes the pitch to Clardy. Swing and a miss. Clardy goes down swinging. So in the matchup of Bird and Neal, Bird pitched 4 2/3 innings in the game back on the 9th of March, gave up 7 runs, struck out 7, walked 3. So far, he is dealing this afternoon. Martavius Thomas back to the plate. He watches a ball inside. I tell you, I really do. I'm having to watch this umpire. He's such a delayed call. I mean, I didn't know if he's going to turn and call that a strike, but it was a ball. Here comes the next one from Bird. Ball driven out to left field. That ball is going to get down to the fence. Thomas slips it first. He rounds it. Going to go on to second. He's going to hold up there with a 1-out double. Now, he found that one, and he drove it well, Jake.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but that ball probably curved 30 foot. It was going, I wouldn't say straight center field, but it ended up in left center at the fence.
I tell you, I thought it was going to curve right back to the left fielder, but he was too shallow. It went over his head. Smith fouls it off. Remind me in a minute. I think our interference is right there on that fence. I think it's must have something energizing us down there. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch, breaking pitch. There it is. That's a strike. That's about the 3rd or 4th time we've seen a Cardinal right-handed batter turn as if it's going to hit him. Now, I mean, he throws a great breaking ball, but Bird's getting a called strike on that. 0-2 pitch. That ball is strike 3, and that was a good pitch. Just did not get the bat off the shoulders right there. And so that is the 2nd out. Now Gunnar Branch comes to the plate. I tell you, Jake, we just seem flat.
There's no enthusiasm at all. Dugout's kind of dead. The young guys ain't chatting.
Pitch is high to Gunnar Branch. He grounded out to the shortstop in the 1st inning.
After hitting a bomb foul.
Pitch coming. Ball popped up. Foul back out of play. Well, I tell you what, Jake, the shortstop is keeping Thomas close. And, man, I could hit a ball through the hole in the left side of the infield. And he's not backing off. I mean, even on that pitch from Bird, he's staying about right up the middle. We'll put one through the hole right there. Bird takes time, steps off. Oh, they called a balk. A bark. I couldn't figure out what was going on. But it was a balk called. I didn't see what the pitcher was doing. I thought Bird stepped off. He broke. Had come together, then he broke loose. There it is. Pitch is a ball. So once you come set, you can step off, but you can't break your hands apart, and he did that. Now Bird seems a little bit rattled all of a sudden. And his catcher Laster notices that, steps out to come talk with Bird. You know, it's a mistake that a young pitcher would make. Someone like Bird you wouldn't think would, but hey, sometimes when somebody's out there on the field you know can run, it changes the game, changes your mentality. It's 3-1. Bird stays out of the stretch with Thomas at 3rd. 2 outs. Pitch coming. Ball driven out to left field. That ball is back, and it is gone. Gunnar Branch did not hit that one foul, and off the bat, you knew that one was going to travel the distance. That ball hit left center field, and what a shot as Peyton Bird comes over and congratulates Branch, buddies for a long time. And the Cardinals are on the board, and that should liven up the dugout, Jake.
That should get some. That should get some things going there.
That was not. That was a no-doubter.
That was.
Holy cow! Man, what a hit that was. So it is now a 4-2 ball game. Trip O'Hara digs in. He wants a piece of that too, and the ball in the dirt from Bird. He tripped with his lead foot, spiked it in the ground there. What a hit by Gunnar Branch. Now the umpire is going back to retrieve the ball behind the plate. So the Cardinals score 2 with 2 outs. Still trying to do something here. O'Hara, he'd like to put one in those trees as well. Here's the pitch, high ball 2. Now Bird is having a little control issue.
Well, I think
Tripp tried to do something with that one and just could not catch up to it. 2-1 count. Pitch coming from Bird. In the dirt again. I can't tell. It kind of looks like Bird's maybe over gripping that breaking pitch that he throws.
A little bit. Probably, you know, a little aggressive. He just.
There's a ball driven out to right side. Out of play. O'Hara was behind that one. A good pitch to hit. Down in the zone, but a good pitch to hit.
It was down and away, and it was, he did right. He took it opposite field. Just a little bit foul, but
3-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss, and O'Hara's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. And we will, I thought we were about to lose a player. Strikeout ends the inning, but the Cardinals do score 2. They scored 2 on 2 hits, no errors, none left on base. 4-2 is our score as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Bottom half of the 3rd inning here in Warren, Bradley County, home of the Pink Tomato Festival. Cardinals trail 4-2, got 2 in the top half with a big 2-run home run by Gunnar Branch. First pitch to Rivera is popped up to the center fielder Thomas, and he is put away quickly. 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Bringing up Caleb Barnes. He comes to the plate. He got a double back in the 1st inning. First pitch from Neal to Barnes is out of the zone. Back to work quickly. Here comes the pitch. Oh, man, I'm telling you, that is a beauty pitch. When he gets it in there, they're way out in front on that changeup, Jake.
Yeah, he throws it well on the outside part of the plate. They just can't lay off of it.
That one right there fell out of the zone. It's ball 2. Here comes the next one. Ball hit right back up the middle. A.J. Smith dives, fields it, throws, not in time, as Barnes beats it out just barely. What a great play by A.J. Smith to even give that a chance.
And he did. He made a good, just barely missed the throw, too.
It was a good pick by O'Hara over there, but Barnes hustling down the line. So runner at first for Aiden Reynolds. He struck out to end the first inning. Big kid here, first baseman. First pitch he sees is out of the zone, ball 1. Checking on the runner. Good pick by Tripp. Runner back safely, not a real big lead. Cardinals answered in the top half of this inning to get back within 2. Now trying to keep Warren off the board. Swing and a miss. Reynolds swings over the top of that pitch. It's a beauty. Warren in their orange jerseys. There's a ball lifted right behind the mound. Jeffrey's calling for it. He squeezes it for the second out. That was that pitch again, Jake, and just out in front, barely got a piece of it.
Down in the zone, and you have to reach for it. 9 times out of 10, you're going to do exactly what he done, pop it up.
So now Sam Hollingsworth comes to the plate. He popped out to Smith at second base back in the second. Runner at first, 2 outs. Pitch coming. Stayed high and outside for ball 1. We'll be back on the air tomorrow. We'll be at home. So if you can, we encourage you to get out to watch some baseball. Cardinals will be hosting Watson Chapel in a conference game tomorrow afternoon at Camden Yards. Ball hit softly out to the shortstop. Clardy fields it, tosses to Smith at second, and 3 outs in this inning. So no runs scored on 1 hit and no errors, 1 left on base. It stays 4-2. We go to the top half of the 4th inning. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Cardinals are going to try to get something going here in the top half of the 4th inning of this 4-2 ball game. The Lumberjacks jumped out to a 4-0 lead, scoring 3 in the first, 1 in the second. But Cardinals answered with 2 in the top half of the 3rd. A double by Thomas. 2-run home run by Gunnar Branch got the Cardinals on the board. Peyton Bird out for his 4th inning of work. He's at 57 pitches now. That first pitch to McKinney is ball high. Bird started off real strong. His command started looking to slip last inning. There's a good pitch there, and it's fouled back off the screen by McKinney. McKinney, he got hit by a pitch, was stranded at second base in the 2nd inning.
McKinney's been swinging a hot bat.
He really has been.
He was 4 for 4 the other night.
There's a ball swung on and missed. Yeah, Carson's hitting now .415 with 17 hits on the year, 17 RBIs, 6 runs scored, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. Here's the pitch from Bird, high, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count now. Logan Robertson stands on deck. Yeah, Carson has really improved at the plate this year and been a big part of the Cardinals' run. Oh, good-looking breaking pitch and could not get the call. I tell you, that was a good-looking pitch by Peyton Bird. He asked the umpire where that ball missed, and the umpire was a little, I don't know if he even told him. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That pitch is high. McKinney works a walk. So the Cardinals have a base runner leading things off here in the 4th inning. So now Logan Robertson comes to the plate. He walked back in the 2nd, was stranded at 1st. I think the frustration at the umpire is definitely mutual between the two teams.
I believe so. He's
big swing and a miss. Robertson.
He's not just caught him bad from one team.
Robertson couldn't connect there.
That was a breaking ball. Catcher caught it.
Looked,
you know,
pretty good,
but you have to realize it's 3 foot.
In the dirt, or right at the dirt. Ball, 1-1 count. McKinney with a lead. No outs. Now checking wrong. McKinney was off and running. He's in a rundown now. He's going to try to get back to 1st, and he is going to be out, says the field umpire. The home plate umpire had come down. They will ask, and they're going to talk about it. It looked like that he missed him, and the first baseman attempted a retag. So now Coach Keith is coming over. McKinney got picked off, got into a rundown, and they call him out. After the home plate umpire visited with the field umpire, now Coach Keith is wanting an understanding of how that call was made.
You're too cool to be calling a game with them shades on.
So
I got some of them in the car for you.
that is an out. So that play went 1, 3, 4, 3. And there's a pitch high ball.
I think regardless if it's an out or you're safe, you know, as a runner, you've got to watch that pitcher.
Pitch outside.
Especially a right-handed pitcher. The first thing he's got to move is his back heel. And
2-1 pitch to Robertson. High. No, that's a 3-1 pitch, sorry, and he walks right there. So the Cardinals with another base runner. And again, that's 2 walks in a row by Bird. Warren, or Bird looking over at the Warren dugout like he's expecting a visit or a conversation or something. Now he gets on the mound. A.J. Alsobrook stands at first base as the courtesy runner for Robertson. Pitch is low to Jeffrey Neal. Neal struck out. Bird not happy about that call. And so the catcher, Lassiter, walks out trying to calm his senior pitcher down.
Jeffrey looked over and told his daddy to shh.
Checking on the runner. Alsobrook is back safely.
Bird's got a good quick move first. Really have to be watching.
Pitch to Neal, swung on and missed. Check on the runner again. Alsobrook slips, but he does fall back to the base and safe. Here's the pitch. A bunt. It's going to get over the reach of the pitcher. And what,
Wow,
not how you draw it up.
I don't believe I've ever seen one quite like that one.
That is not how you draw it up, but the bunt attempt was popped up, but it was hit hard enough to get out of the reach of Bird. I thought he was going to barehand that thing, do a little Kevin Mitchell right there, but he could not. And by that time, with also Brooks' speed, he was already at second base, no chance to throw Neal out. And so the Cardinals with runners at first and second. So an infield hit, Richard Clardy in the run for Jeffrey Neal. And Kevin Fain comes to the plate with one out. Pitch is in there for a strike. Bottom of the zone. That was pretty low. About 4 pitches ago, that was a ball.
On Neal, who is quite a bit shorter than Fain.
Check on the runner at second. Also, Brooke is back safely. We're in the top of the 4th inning, a 4-2 game. Fain, he squares the bunt. It's almost like he squared the bunt. He thought it was going to be low, pulled it back, and then went ahead and attempted.
Yeah.
Well, it is a strike. 2 strikes on Fain with 1 out here. Cardinals trying to get a little closer to this one. 4-2 is the score. Here's the pitch. Ball's fouled off of Cabin's leg. Wind still blowing pretty strongly to the outfield. Towards left center, it feels like. No flag that I can see. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Fain. He hits it towards the shortstop. That's going to fall. Actually, everybody's safe. He did not go to second base like I thought he would. But that's a case right there, Jake. We talked about it a while ago. When they hold a runner on at second base, the shortstop is so far behind the bag that ball, which if it had been playing his normal position, was a double play ball.
Double play ball, yeah.
But he could not. He had to go a long ways, did not field it cleanly, and then instead of going to second base to try to get Clardy, he threw across the diamond to try to get Fain, and Fain was safe.
Well, Clardy had a good jump on that ball when it was hit, but it was a little slow rolling pitch.
Coach Wilson for Warren comes out, visits with his senior pitcher, Peyton Bird. In a little bit of a bind now, the Cardinals trying to put some pressure on. With the bases loaded, 1 out, Richard Clardy coming to the plate. He struck out back in the 3rd. But a base hit here very likely ties this ball game. Here comes the pitch out of the windup, strike. Clardy has been swinging a great bat most of this year. His average now up to .405. And he swings a big cut right there. Could not connect. He does have 12 RBIs. He'd like to get a couple more here. 0-2 count. Martavius Thomas is on deck. Quickly to work. Here comes the pitch from Bird. It's high. Inside, ball number 1.
Put it in play, score a run.
Here comes the 1-2. Breaking pitch. Clardy stays alive, fouls it off to the screen. So he's hanging tough right there. And the senior versus the senior. Clardy trying to win out. Here comes the 1-2 again. Struck him out. Swing and a miss right there. Clardy could not catch up to the fastball. Strikeout.
Couldn't leave his head down in the zone either. He couldn't kind of pull his head a little bit swinging.
So Thomas, who had a double and scored a run in the 3rd inning, has a chance here to get the Cardinals tied up if he can find the grass. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt, ball number 1. Thomas also has a great eye. He's already walked once in this ball game. A walk would score a run here with the bases loaded. Also, Brooke is at 3rd. Richard Clardy is at 2nd. Kevin Fain is at 1st. Here's the 1-0. Ball hit out to center field. The center fielder back, trying to get underneath it. He does make the catch, and the Cardinals will leave the bases loaded. Could not score a run. Had one hit in the inning. Strand 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 4-2 is the score in favor of the Lumberjacks. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. It is the bottom of the fourth inning of a 4-2 game. Lumberjacks up on the Cardinals in the top of the order. Clay Barnes comes to the plate against Jeffrey Neal. He swings and misses. Jeffrey starting him off with an off-speed pitch, and Barnes was way out in front. Barnes doubled, and he's hit one out to left center field. Thomas on the move, can't get there on the dive. The ball's down. Michael Sewell can't field it cleanly, and Barnes is going to make it to second. That ball just fell in the hole, just out of the reach of the diving Thomas. And Barnes makes it to second. A leadoff double, and now Peyton Bird comes to the plate. He has gotten on by fielder's choice, lined out to the shortstop Clardy. Pitch is a little low and outside, ball one. Jeffrey is at about 69, 70 pitches now. I don't have the exact count. That next pitch is in the dirt. Gonna have to do some work to leave that runner at second base against the top of the order of the Lumberjacks. Another pitch in the dirt. It is a 3-0 count to Bird with Maddox Lassiter waiting on deck. He is 1 for 1. There's a good-looking pitch right there by Jeff. And it is strike one, 3-1 the count. Next one's in the dirt, but Bird swings at it. That was a big cut.
That was a big cut. that breaking ball had a lot cut to it also.
I think he was thinking that changeup was coming back down the middle like he just saw, and he was amped up for it. So it's a 3-2 count. Here comes a pitch from Jeff. Swings and hits to the shortstop. A good diving effort, but Clardy couldn't field it. Sewell picks it up. He's going to throw it to the cutoff man, and a good job right there to hold that runner at third and runners at the corners after the single by Peyton Bird.
Clardy just barely missed that. It hit off the tip of his glove.
So now Maddox Lassiter comes to the plate, 1 for 1, scored a run. He's walked. Robertson calling the defensive alignment for the infield. In a game, it's 4-2. Warren leading in the fourth inning. Neal, first pitch, hit just outside the bag at first base, foul ball.
This kid hit one down the line to Trip O'Hara last at bat. Trip made a good dive and play for it, just couldn't come up with it.
0-1 pitch. Ball
That was
hit off the handle, and it is a foul ball. So it's a strike two. That ball inside, and Laster kept those hands in there and went right off of the knob. So a chance at maybe a strikeout right here. Jeffrey steps off. Comes back to the mound. Here we go. 0-2 count, runners at the corners. Check on Bird over at first. He's back safely. Now the delivery home. Ball driven foul just outside the line, down the right field line.
Batter's way out in front. Made a good connection, but just pulled it foul.
Well, that's an 0-2 count, Jake. Jeff can pretty much throw anything he wants to for the moment.
Right.
Try to take something off of it again. Pitch coming. Ball's popped up right here behind the plate in foul territory. Robertson calls for it, makes the catch, and a big out, number one, here in the fourth inning. Cardinals now potentially could get a double play to get out of this inning. Weston Hargrave comes up. He's 2 for 2, though. Does have an RBI single, scored a run. Robertson steps out, calling defensive alignment again. Infield is at double play depth, but more calling it in case Bird steals or attempts to steal. Here's the first pitch. Ball is driven out to left field. Sewell retreating back. He's underneath it. He sets up, makes the catch. The runner, he
drops.
We don't know if he dropped it or not. So the ball is on the ground. We don't know who's out. Bird didn't run. It looked like Sewell caught the ball at first. So the out is made. It is going to be ruled a catch. Bird did not run. It did not tag up because he didn't know. Actually, I don't know why he didn't tag up, if it was a catch or a dropped ball. I guess he never went back to the base. So it's 2 outs, but the run does score. Runner remains at first base. And the pitch swung on and missed.
Nice breaking ball.
Creed Smith, he struck out his last appearance. Pitch coming. Outside. And check on him at first. Ooh, close. Ooh. And he hit him. The tag. Caught Bird in about the waist area. And he's going to have to take a minute. That ball was thrown right down the line. O'Hara being left-handed, he caught it and swiped back to his left, and when he did, he caught Peyton Bird, and at the moment he's a little uncomfortable. So time is called. I bet he wished he had actually been called out and the other guy was at first base. There's a good throw by Robertson, and they really were close to getting him. Umpire coming back towards home plate. It's a 5-2 ball game now. Sacrifice fly by Hargrave. The batter is Creed Smith. He comes to the plate with the runner at first, or he's at the plate, runner at first, and a 1-1 count. Ball hit towards Branch at third. Cleanly picked, throws across. It's a little bit low, but a good pick by Trip O'Hara, and the out is made. But 1 run is across for Warren on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. It is 5-2. We go to the top half of the 5th inning. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball here on YouTube. So glad you're with us. We are in the 5th inning, the start of it. Cardinals trail 5-2. Jonathan Wolfe, Jake Morgan, Wes O'Hara. Glad to be able to bring you this Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball game. We'll have you another one tomorrow at Camden Yards. Watson Chapel coming to town. Then we traveled across it on Friday. And then next week is the final week of the season, barring any rainouts or any other issues. We travel to Monticello, and then on Tuesday of next week, and then play Magnolia at home on the Friday to end out the season. Cardinals trying to remain on top in the conference, but right now they trail the number 4 team in the conference, Warren, by 5-2. A.J. Smith grounds one to the third baseman. He fields it. He throws across. And stretching and out. A.J. Smith grounds out 5-3, 1 out. So the Cardinals were in really good shape. And you still have to play the games, but undefeated in conference until they went to Star City last Thursday, just fell flat. After a 26-10 win at Hamburg on Tuesday, it was a breaking pitch that somewhere not in the zone. That's to Gunnar Branch. He homered the last time he batted. He swung and missed at a breaking pitch or an off-speed pitch right there from Bird. Good-looking pitch.
Yeah, I think he was looking fastball on that one. Bird had a different approach.
In the dirt, ball number 2. But it was just a weird game at Hamburg a week ago. Ended up 26-10. And we were supposed to play Star City on Wednesday. That's a strike right there. It got rained out, pushed to Thursday, and the Cardinals just came out flat. Actually, well, I don't guess they came out flat. They scored 8 runs. It was 8-0, but then allowed Star City to come back. Ball hits Branch, and he will take his base. But you go up 8-0. I don't know if you put it in cruise control or what, but Star City, they were ready to play. And they put it to the Cardinals, ended up winning 15-12 last Thursday. Cardinals come out in this one and just look like they're still on cruise. Pitch outside, ball 1 to O'Hara. And Warren came out in this one ready. They wanted it. 5-2 is the score right now. Cardinals fighting back, trying to. Ball low and in the dirt, ball 2.
That's twice that Bird has stepped the wrong way off of that mound and almost slipped down.
Warren wearing their orange jerseys, white pants with the black piping, and got their black with orange striped stirrups on. You don't see a lot of teams wear the stirrups anymore.
Star City hit them on Thursday night.
Ooh, way inside, just about caught O'Hara. It's a 3-0 count. So Bird, he does find the zone there. It's 3-1 now. Strong wind out to left field. O'Hara surely has the power. If he could get one in the air. Here comes the pitch. Holy cow. O'Hara was started to go to first base. That ball was, the catcher had to reach.
Over into the
He's got the glove on his left hand, right-handed catcher. He had to reach all the way across his body to make the catch. He's not setting up inside. Here's the pitch. Right back to Bird. He throws to second for one. Across the diamond, 4-2, and a double play. And so Warren gets out of it here. On a double play, no runs on no hits, no errors. None left on base. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 5-2. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. It's a beautiful afternoon for baseball. Camden Fairview Cardinals, they are in a battle with the Warren Lumberjacks. It's 5-2 in favor of Warren here in the bottom of the fifth inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Cardinals is Logan Robertson. He will come in and take over for Jeffrey Neal. Going to try to keep the Cardinals in this one. 5-2 again is the score. Neal's day is done. He had 4 innings pitched, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Struck out 2, walked 2 on 82 pitches. Neal goes to first base. Trip O'Hara will move out to left field. Everything else stays the same defensively for the Cardinals. Branch at third, Clardy at shortstop, Smith at second. O'Hara again in left field, Thomas in center field, and Fain out in right field. But McKinney does come in to do the catching. Delfino Rivera, he will get ready to bat. He has a single, and he flew out to Thomas earlier in this ball game. Robertson's first pitch of the afternoon is a swing and a miss by Rivera. Good-looking pitch from Robertson.
Yeah, that was a good-looking fastball.
Pitch is just a little bit low, ball one. Shadows creeping have filled the plate completely. So the ball does come into the shadows about 7 feet in front of the plate, maybe 8 feet, 10 feet. The batter has to pick that ball up or see that ball when it goes into the shadows. Foul out of play. It's a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Robertson. Breaking pitch.
Nice
Rivera
pitch.
was not ready for it. Swung and missed. And a strikeout. A nice pitching by Logan Robertson. That brings up Caleb Barnes. He is 2 for 2. Has a double, a single. Pitch in for a strike. Tries to throw that curveball again. That time it stayed a little bit high.
Stayed up and it stayed up.
I tell you, I was just sitting here thinking, Jake, he may have a harder time. His breaking pitch is a little more drastic, 12-6. And this umpire doesn't like anything that breaks that much. Ball in the dirt, ball number 2, 2-1. Foul back to the screen. Two count. Aiden Reynolds is on deck. He will bat following Barnes. Here's the windup, breaking pitch, strike 3, outside corner. And then you got to say, as Barnes turned and went, no way. I guess he's called it both ways now. So a strikeout there, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Robertson. So now Aiden Reynolds, who has struck out, popped out to the pitcher, digs in. Oh, good pitch. That was a good pitch right there. Found the corner. McKinney gives signs. Robertson shakes off. Now tries to bring a curveball in there. Ooh, he got the call that time.
Well, that guy is tall. He's a head taller than the umpire. So.
Strike 2 on a big breaking pitch. Now quickly back to it. Here's the pitch. He threw that one over McKinney to the backstop. He's just setting him up.
Yeah. He had to let one fly there.
He's got the call now. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Ooh, driven out to center field. That ball's back. Thomas retreating. He gets underneath it, makes the catch, and a quick 3 up, 3 down for Robertson and the Cardinals. So the score remains 5-2. We go to the top of the 6th. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball.
And we're back at the top of the 6th. Carson McKinney's up to bat. He's going to lead us off. Still have Bird pitching. Carson pops one way high, right center field. Center field camps out under it, makes the out.
It is out number 1, and Bird back on the mound for his 6th inning of work. He is at 96 pitches, 95 pitches. Logan Robertson to the plate now. He pops one up. Foul out of play. Robertson has walked twice.
Line drive, Wolfe. Come on.
Wind up and the pitch from Bird. There's a good-looking pitch fouled off of Robertson. So it is an 0-2 count. Quickly to work. Bird, there's a ball lifted out to left field. That ball's going back, and it is gone. Another home run in this ball game for the Cardinals. This one off the bat of Logan Robertson. Driven hard to left field, got up in the air, and the wind took it the rest of the way, but that ball was hit very sharply, and it is a 5-3 ball game. So the Cardinals get one here in the 6th. Cardinals have hit home runs in the last, well, did they hit one at Star City? I missed that.
They did not hit one at Star City. Star City hit one.
Hit 3 in the game against Hamburg last Tuesday and 2 here this afternoon. Here's the pitch, Jeffrey Neal. That ball's way high. Cardinals not a team that you're going to depend on the long ball, but they may have to today. There's another pitch high.
He's looking to the dugout now.
Bird working quickly. 2-0 count. That pitch is a strike.
It was a little bit low in the zone, but
that one's going both ways.
It's going both ways today.
It's going both ways.
Here's the pitch. Swing at a ball up around the letters. Neal could not catch up to it. Jeff is 1 for 2. Had a crazy bunt single back in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Way high, ball 3. Three-two pitch in the dirt. Ball number 4. His team leading 18th walk of the year brings the tying run to the plate. And now Coach Wilson for Warren is making his way to the mound to talk to his pitcher.
Work him here. Work him here. Work him here.
So the Cardinals trying to fight back into this one. It's 5-3, but have not gotten 2. They've only had 5 hits in the ball game. 2 of those have been home runs. One of them was a crazy bunt over the head of the pitcher. But maybe we can get something going here beyond the home run as Kevin Fain comes to the plate. He watches a pitch inside and low. It is ball 1. Next pitch coming, high and outside. Ball number 2. Bird now at 106 pitches. Here comes the pitch. That's high, ball number 3. And Fain is looking at a 3-0 count. And you know Warren, Bird do not want to put the tying run on first base. Pitch coming in the dirt. Fain makes the walk, and that will be it for Bird's day, as he will have to come out at this point because of pitch count rules. He's out now, and that will be the end of his day. Bird had a very good start, but he's kind of left himself in a little bit of a pickle as Aiden Reynolds will now come to the mound, it looks like, and Bird's going to shift over to first base. Runners are at first and second here for the Cardinals. 1 out in this inning. We are in the 6th. We're going to take a break and come back and see what happens. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back to the ball field in Warren. New pitcher on the mound for the Lumberjacks is Aiden Reynolds. Aiden comes in to relieve Peyton Bird. Aiden relieved Bird at the ball game back in Camden back on the 9th of March. He pitched 1 1/3 innings against the Cardinals on 30 pitches, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs. None of them were earned. 1 strikeout and 1 walk. But he comes in and inherits runners at first and second and 1 out in the top of the 6th. It is a 5-3 ball game now after Logan Robertson hit a solo home run earlier this inning. And Richard Clardy comes to the plate, and you know he is chomping at the bit after striking out twice in this ball game. He wants to do some damage right here.
That's right. If you keep his head down on that ball and see it.
He squares the bunt, pulls it back. It is a strike. Again, runners at first and second, Neal and Fain. They are on Peyton Bird's book. He walked them both before he was removed from the game. Bird is over at first base. Reynolds, pitch, breaking pitch, strike number 2.
That ball was high up in the zone. Looked like a changeup. Didn't have much break at all.
Swing and a miss, and Clardy goes down for the 3rd time tonight. That is quite unlike him, but a big pitch by Aiden Reynolds to get 2 outs here in the inning, and Martavius Thomas coming to the plate. Thomas, 1 for 2. He walked, was caught stealing, had a double and scored a run, flew out to the center fielder. Right now wanted to help his team out and move these runners around. Here comes the pitch. That ball is high, ball number 1.
Last time Thomas was at bat, he got one way high out the center field. And long fly ball, but center fielder had time to get under it.
Reynolds set. Now he pitches. Strike 1. Difference of velocity between Aiden Reynolds and Peyton Bird, something that the Cardinals will have to adjust to, as Reynolds not throw near as hard as Bird does. Or hasn't shown it anyway. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Ball hit out of play on the left side. That ball might have been a ball, but you never know. So Thomas waited as long as he could, then he swung.
I think he's seen the spin on it and thought he might better.
The 1-2 pitch. Ball again hit foul out of play. I like what Thomas is looking at, though. The left fielder is shifted towards left center field. That ball were to get down inside the line, it's possible that Fain could score from first and tie this game up. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch inside. It's 2-2 now. A.J. Smith is on deck. He is 0 for 3.
Got a big, big hole out right center. If he could just get one out there.
Pitch coming. Ooh, holds up. Wanted to offer it that one as a high fastball, and count goes full. Big situation in this ball game right here. Full count, runners at first and second. A 2-run ball game. Here's the pitch. Runners going. That pitch is a called strike 3, and Thomas goes down on strikes. And so the Cardinals will strand a couple here in the 6th. It is 5-3 in favor of the Lumberjacks. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. We are moving into the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 5-3. Cardinals scored one in the top half of the 6th on a solo home run by Logan Robertson. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 stranded to end the inning. And so Logan Robertson out for his 2nd inning of work, and he will face number 6, Tristan Woodall. This is a pinch hitter. He digs in for his first at bat, and it is a ball low.
I believe this is their backup catcher.
Next pitch from Robertson, swing and a miss. One count, pitch coming. There's a ball hit over to third baseman Branch. He fields it, fires across to Neal at first. A good play, 5-3. That's a good job by Branch. That was one of those in between hops. He stepped back to make the play. But an out is made. And now Clay Barnes comes to the plate. He is 2 for 2. He has hit the ball hard a couple of times, and he drives one out to center field. Thomas retreating. He is back underneath it, makes the catch, out number 2. Well, I tell you what, he hit that ball pretty solid, Jake, but he hit it to center field. If he'd put that to left field, that ball might have traveled out of here.
Yeah, maybe so. They don't have any numbers on their corners, but I was watching Thomas when that ball was hit. As soon as that ball was hit, he was headed towards it.
Breaking pitch falls in across the plate for strike number 1 against Peyton Bird. Bird is 1 for 3. Pitch coming, foul back out of play. Strike number 2. Robertson dealing here in this ball game, coming in relief of Jeffrey Neal. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, grounded out to Clardy. Nope, going to be picked up by Branch. He throws it across for the out at first base. Good play by Gunnar Branch. 3 up, 3 down is how it goes, and the Cardinals have 3 more opportunities. 3 outs remaining, rather, as we'll go to the top of the 7th. They're going to try to do something against Aiden Reynolds and the Lumberjacks. It's 5-3. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Top of the 7th inning. An 8-4A conference matchup between the Warren Lumberjacks and the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Cardinals trail as they head to the top of the 7th, 5-3. Middle part of the order facing the relief pitcher Aiden Reynolds, who came in relief of Peyton Bird last inning and was able to get out of a jam, leaving runners at first and second. Now the Cardinals, they're going to have to do something here as A.J. Smith comes to the plate and watches strike 1. He is 0 for 3. Struck out twice, grounded out to the third baseman. Now has a strike against him. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, hit back towards the pitcher, back up the middle, and a base hit by A.J. Smith. And now the ball gets past the center fielder. Smith is going to round second. He's going to third, and he's going to get in safely on the error by the center fielder. Good hustle right there by Smith. As a single turns into a two-base error triple.
You could tell the shortstop was really frustrated with that center fielder. He was giving him some mouth.
So now Gunnar Branch could tie this game up if he could do what he did a couple of innings ago. Gunnar is 1 for 2, has a 2-run home run back in the third. Runner at third is A.J. Smith. Ball 1 to Branch, ball 2, that ball gets away. Smith's coming in, he's gonna score. Good hustle by the senior A.J. Smith on the wild pitch by Aiden Reynolds. So now it's a 1-run ball game. And again, you are in the heart of the order with Gunnar Branch, Trip O'Hara, Carson McKinney. Branch set, 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Cardinals showing a little life here in the top half of the 7th.
I think he's going to have to expect a curveball here.
Reynolds comes home, ball outside. 3-1 hitters count here for Gunnar Branch, the senior. Here comes the pitch in the dirt outside, ball number 4, and Branch is on base. So the tying run is at first. And Trip O'Hara comes to the plate. He is 0 for 3. Struck out a couple of times. Grounded out to the shortstop back in the 5th. But he's got a chance to help the Cardinals out here in the 7th. No outs. Check on the runner at first. He's back safely. O'Hara gets his sign from Coach Keith, Coach Troy Keith down at third base. Now he digs in and Reynolds is set. Here comes the pitch. First pitch gets away from the catcher. Branch is going to go on down to second. So the tying run's in scoring position. Now the catcher doesn't pick up the ball, but Branch not able to advance. So another wild pitch. And so the Cardinals with a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. O'Hara, big cut. Just cannot connect.
A little ahead of that ball. Stay back on it just a little bit.
Don't try to do too much. We need a base hit here. Here comes the next one. Again, boy, it looks like O'Hara's head swinging around outside. He's not watching that pitch to the bat. And is a 1-2 count.
Hey, stay with it here.
Here comes the pitch from Reynolds in the dirt. Good block by Lassiter, the catcher. That ball was way outside.
Let's go. Be confident, 24. Come on. Hit the ball.
It is a 2-2 count. 2-2. Branch stands at second base. No outs. Here's the pitch. Ball lifted on the infield. Third baseman now underneath it. Now the shortstop, Barnes. He makes the catch for out number 1. Now batting is Carson McKinney. I tell you what, Jake, Carson has batted in some really big spots this year and has produced.
Yes.
And this is another one of those opportunities. Again, they give him the third base line. Of course, these teams don't get to scout a whole lot, but man, there is a lot of room down that third base line. If he can get one out there on the grass, Branch will easily score. Here's the pitch. Oh, that ball hit out to the right side, fouled. And out of play. McKinney is 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. He walked, and he flew out to the shortstop, to the center fielder, pardon me. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, strike on the outside corner. Kenny watched that one to the glove.
I think he regretted not swinging at that one.
I do too. Stay within yourself here though, kid, and see what you get on an 0-2 pitch. Branch needs to be ready to run if that ball gets past the catcher. Here's the pitch. Oh, fouled up and out of play.
Same thing, I think. Carson keep his head down on that ball. He'll see that. He'll see it to hit it. He kind of swung that head too.
A great baseball game this afternoon, folks. 5-4 the score, worn up. Cardinals trying to do something. Oh, good eye. McKinney watched ball number 2 outside. That was close, Jake. But it is a 1-2 count. 1 out. Tying run is at second base. Here's the pitch. Ball number 2.
The pitcher for Warren can't keep his hat on his head. He's
got a lot of hair.
He's got a lot of hair.
Here comes the 2-2. Ball popped foul out of play. McKinney staying strong there at the plate.
Carson's having a good at bat. He can win this battle. We'd have it.
Here comes the 2-2. Breaking pitch. Ball
Well,
hit
he
toward it.
hits it.
It's in the hole. Branch is going to round third. He's coming home, and he will tie this ball game. And Carson McKinney does it again. He just stuck the bat out there on a breaking ball, Jake. Went with the pitch and found the hole between the pitcher and second baseman. Out of the reach of the pitcher, and the second baseman didn't have a chance to get there, and this game is tied. So an RBI single by Carson McKinney. It is 5-5 here in the top of the 7th. And Logan Robertson comes to the plate with 1 out, runner at first. Robertson's last at bat was a home run out to the left field trees. Here comes the pitch, inside and in the dirt. Big secondary lead by A.J. Alsobrook.
They'll try to pitch around him as much as they can.
A.J. Alsobrook running for Carson McKinney, and he had a very large secondary lead, but catcher did not throw, thankfully. Oh, check on the runner. He's back safely. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but you walk him, you put the go-ahead run at second. Tough spot for Reynolds. There's a pitch outside, ball number 2. Robertson can sit pretty much dead red now. He can find him one in a small spot, a fastball. Drive it, check on the runner at first. Alsobrook back safely. They are watching closely. Again, that is the go-ahead run in this 5-5 ball game. Top of the 7th, 1 out. Cardinals have clawed their way back in this one. Check on the runner again. The thing about checking on that runner, Jake, and you know this well, is that pitcher's mind is on that runner, not on that batter.
Right.
And a mistake here, it could be a 2-run lead for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. There it is. It's driven out to right center field, but not going to have the distance. Right fielder over underneath it. They're going to try to get there. The right fielder, or the center fielder ends up catching it. As Robertson was just behind that one, Jake. Lifted it out to the wrong part of the park.
Right. Wind's still blowing out left field.
So Jeffrey Neal, who started this ball game on the mound for the Cardinals, he has a chance to get the Cardinals a lead if he can get himself a double here. A.J. Alsobrook stands on first base. He's the go-ahead run. Here's the pitch to Neal. Strike right down the middle. Next pitch coming from Reynolds. Swung on and missed. Neal He's been on twice. He singled, walked, and he struck out back in the second. Trying to do something here in the 7th inning to help his team. They've tied this ball game up. The go-ahead run on first. Here's the pitch. Alsobrook running. Ball hit towards the shortstop. Barnes fields it, throws across the diamond to Bird at first, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th, tied up at 5, though 2 runs scored for the Cardinals. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. It's 5-5, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Tie ball game, bottom of the 7th inning. The Cardinals scratched 2 runs across in the top of the 7th to tie this up at 5. And now they're going to have to hold the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the 7th to try to extend this game. Logan Robertson back home for his 3rd inning of work, and he will face the heart of the order. Maddox Lassiter, Weston Hargrave, and Creed Smith, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Warren. Here comes the first pitch. It's in the dirt. Ball number 1. Shadows moving across the infield. The right fielder, first baseman, and second baseman really have the sun in their eyes. Here's the pitch. Ball hit back up the middle. A.J. Smith's going to field it. He's going to try to make a good throw. He does it, and he is safe, though. The runner is. As Lassiter beat it out. That was a tough play. Good job by Smith. He had to field it behind the bag and make the throw from the shortstop side of second base, just not in time, as Lassiter legged it out for an infield single.
He made a good throw on the run.
So that brings up Weston Hargrave. He's 2 for 3, 2 for 2 rather. Had a sacrifice fly as well. Big swing and a miss by Hargrave. That's the go-ahead run, the winning run rather, at first base. Cardinals going to have to play some really good defense. Check on the runner. Oh, he's out! Picked him off at first base. Robertson, a quick step and throw. And Lassiter is out. He's not leaving the bag. Now they're wanting to visit with the. Wow, sure enough.
It was a big boom.
It was a big boom. Everybody's looking at the lights down in left field corner. Now they're going to visit with the home plate umpire. This is going to get kind of interesting right here. It looked like he was out. I don't see how, number one, how the home plate umpire could even have a view to change the play here, Jake.
He shouldn't. That's not his call.
Oh,
no.
Uh-oh. That is incredible how you change that call from behind the plate. There's no way he can see that. Coach Keith is visiting. Now he's going to go out and visit the field umpire. And I tell you what, guys, this is pretty. I don't even know what to say. Coach Keith is pretty livid right now with the field umpire. And now the field umpire is coming back over to the home plate umpire. Now this is something, usually if they make a change, they don't change their mind again. But now they're going to come visit.
There is absolutely
this is interesting. Now they're trying to explain to Coach Keith how he could change his mind. And I tell you what just happened right there is the field umpire started to get upset, and the home plate umpire had to tell him to calm down. Home plate umpire is trying to explain to Coach Keith, Coach Carmody, and Coach Long. That would be this is a huge call in this game because that's the winning run at first base. It was a quick step and throw by Robertson. It was quickly called and out by the field umpire. But after a pleading by Coach Wilson of the Lumberjacks, the field umpire goes to visit with the home plate umpire. And the home plate umpire changed the call.
There's no way.
So Coach Keith's still trying to get an explanation. I'm really surprised this is going on as long as it has, Jake, as they're allowing Coach Keith to really have his say, but I don't think it's going to change the mind of these umpires. Now the fans are getting pretty livid on both sides. This is a tight ball game. It's 5-5. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning.
You're not even watching that play.
It is really one of those things, Jake. I just don't see how the home plate umpire can make that call.
He can't with the first baseman in front of the bag.
That's strictly a judgment call in his eyes. He just has to look down and think, oh, well, I think he was safe or I think he was out. Well, in a situation where you've got an umpire in the field who makes a definitive call, how can you overturn that on just a thought? I don't understand this call.
That's horrible.
And Coach Keith.
That is horrible.
Coach Keith still on the field now. He's going back, and we'll go back into play. But I tell you what, this umpiring has been pretty poor, and that right there is really bad. So Lassiter is back on first base after the changed call. It is an 0-1 count to the batter, Weston Hargrave, and no outs. So Robertson, he now comes home. It's in the dirt. Good block by McKinney. It's a 1-1 count.
Hey, play through the motions. Let's go.
Boy, that's tough on a team, Jake.
That is very tough. It's mentally and emotionally.
Another pitch low. Robertson struggling now these last two pitches to find the zone. He wants a new baseball. So you had about a 3.5, 4 minute delay after you've just thrown a guy out and he's called safe after the fact.
Right.
You got to get back on that mound and do it again, though. So Hargrave, the cleanup batter for Warren. He has a 2-1 count. Logan checks the runner now. He comes home. It's in the dirt again. And McKinney wants to talk with his battery mate.
He makes a good call. Go out there and calm him down.
That's right.
Just tell him to throw strikes. You're at the, I guess this is your cleanup guy.
Now Coach Keith wants to take a visit, and probably a good call here too, Jake. Go out and just talk it over and say, hey, look, we've got to settle this down. There's nothing we can do about that last one. But we cannot, we don't need to, rather, walk a batter here. I feel like I'm watching a Harmony Grove football game at Rising.
What'd you say?
I said I feel like I'm watching a Harmony Grove football game at Rising.
Yeah.
And if anybody's listening and know what that means, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a 3-1 pitch. Here comes the pitch. It is, whoa, ooh, gosh, it is a ball. And Robertson surprised. McKinney framed it for a long time, couldn't believe it. And so now the winning run stands at second base. Creed Smith is at the plate. He is 0 for 3. He squares the bunt, lays down a beautiful bunt. No play anywhere. And the bases are loaded with no outs. That was a good bunt by Creed Smith. And so now batting is Delfino Rivera. He's 1 for 3. Had a seeing eye single back in the first, struck out in the 5th. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Thankful that we got that call right there.
It's a totally different ball game.
So after it was a walk, or rather a single to Lassiter and then picked him off, it's now bases loaded with no outs after the changed call by the umpire. Pitch, ball hit to the shortstop, and that will end the ball game on an error by Clardy. And Warren picks up the win in pretty ugly fashion. This ball game will end a 6-5 win for the Lumberjacks.
Way to totally screw that up.
And that will end the varsity game. So we're going to take a break. We'll try to get things together and see what we can come up with as far as stats. But this game has gotten really pretty ugly. 6-5 the final score. We will take a break. Lumberjacks win this one over the Cardinals. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back in Warren as the Cardinals fall to the Lumberjacks by a score of 6-5 in 7 innings. The Lumberjacks able to get one across in what I would say is somewhat of a protest by, if nothing else, the Cardinal fans for sure, but definitely not a pretty ending to this one, as the Cardinals they were able to scratch a couple of cross in the 7th, in top of the 7th, to tie this game up. But the big play happened in the bottom of the 7th inning after the number 3 batter for Warren got on base by a single. That hit allowed him to get there with no outs. But Robertson, after the first pitch to the next batter, got the ball back, a quick step off, and a pick move towards first base. The tag was placed by Jeffrey Neal over at first base, and immediately the umpire in the field called out on the play. Lassiter stood up, complained a little bit, but then Coach Wilson for Warren, he comes out to visit with the umpire in the field. He comes out to visit with the umpire in the field, pleads his case, asks for the umpire to get help from the home plate umpire. The home plate umpire and the field umpire meet in the middle. They have a conversation, and it was at that point that the home plate umpire overturned the call and called Lassiter safe at first base. So instead of 1 out and bases empty, it was no outs and still a runner on first. Coach Keith pleaded his case, but to no avail, as it was not going to be overturned again. And, of course, there were still batters to hit and opportunities to get outs. But it was a walk to Weston Hargrave, and then a nice bunt by Creed Smith to load the bases. And then the next batter, Delfino Rivera, with the infield in, grounds one to the shortstop, Clardy. Clardy could not field it cleanly, and the runner Lassiter scores for the winning run. So the winning pitcher in this ball game was Aiden Reynolds. He came in relief of Peyton Bird. He ended up winning this ball game and closing things out. 1 1/3 innings pitched on 31 pitches, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. One of them was earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. The losing pitcher is Logan Robertson. He came in relief of Jeffrey Neal. He pitched 2 innings, 30 pitches, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was not earned, 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. Cardinals scored 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, 8 left on base. For the Lumberjacks, it was 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 6 left on base. Cardinals gave up runs in the first inning. Things didn't start well for the Cardinals, and for Jeffrey Neal, it was a walk, a fielder's choice, a walk, and then an RBI single, and before you knew it, it was 3-0 in favor of Warren. They got another run on the board in the second inning rather, after a double, 1-out double by Clay Barnes, and then he was pushed around by Lassiter, and he scored. So it was 4-0, and then in the third inning, Cardinals got on the board. Artavius Thomas had a 1-out double, and then after A.J. Smith struck out, Gunnar Branch came up and hit one to right center field into the trees for a 2-run home run. It was 4-2 at that point, and Cardinals were able to answer a little bit there. In the 4th inning, though, Warren, they were able to get one across the board as Barnes doubled again and scored again, this time on a sacrifice fly by Weston Hargrave. At that point, it was 5-2. Cardinals had gone pretty quietly throughout the rest of the game until the 6th inning when Logan Robertson came up and he hit a home run to left field, and it was 5-3 at that point. Robertson had come in relief and was pitching a very good relief appearance. He had actually came in the 5th inning, 3 up, 3 down, came in the 6th, 3 up and 3 down. And then in the top of the 7th again, things led off with a single by Smith and then a walk to Branch, put runners at first and second. But the error, actually, let me go back. Smith got a single up the middle, and the center fielder misplayed the ball. Smith ended up over at third base. He scored on a wild pitch, and then Gunnar Branch, he walked and was at second base. He was the go-ahead run. The tying run. O'Hara popped out to the shortstop for the first out. McKinney came up, though, and in a big big at bat. He found the hole on the right side and had an RBI single that got Branch in and tied this ball game up. Cardinals couldn't do anything else though. And then again in the bottom half of the 7th inning, that's where things went a little crazy. And Warren was able to pull out a win. A big victory for Warren and a big loss for the Cardinals, as that gives them 2 losses now on the season in conference play. And even though they are technically still up in conference because Magnolia hasn't played as many games, but we will see how that turns out. Camden Fairview plays again tomorrow against Watson Chapel. That's a conference game. And then they play Crossit on Friday, Monticello next Tuesday, and close out the season at home against Magnolia. That's senior night. Tough night for the Cardinals on the diamond as they lose this one by a score of 6-5. And Coach Carmody out visiting with the team, talking them through this one. That's a tough one to stomach. But it is what it is, as the record book shows. And now Warren sits at 6-3 in conference. Camden Fairview is at 8-2, 2 conference game losses in a row for the Cardinals. They'll have to try to rebound tomorrow against Watson Chapel. That game is at home. We do encourage you to come out and watch the game at Camden Yards. It'll be a good one. Start at 4:30. At least that's the last time I heard. So we hope to see you out there. Stay tuned, though. We've got the JV game going to play here in just a few moments. And we will get that on the air here on Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball. We're glad you're with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. It's JV time here on this Monday afternoon. Camden Fairview Cardinals and the Warren Lumberjacks square off in the second game, JV game. After a tough loss for the Cardinals in the first, and 6-5 the final score. We are getting underway here in the JV game. A.J. Alsobrook is at the plate. He squares the bunt, misses the bunt, and it is strike one. So it's an 0-1 count to Alsobrook. Pitcher is number 4. Don't have his name right now. Swing and a miss, Alsobrook. Whiffs at that one. This is Elijah Dinsmore. He is the pitcher. Here comes the next one. That's strike number 3, and Alsobrook watches it.
You sure you don't want to ask the field up?
So now that brings up Michael Sewell. Dinsmore brings it in, fouled off out of play. The 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss. Sewell swings about out of his shoes.
It's a good hard swing. He just couldn't make contact.
Here, Mike. Flip him off the mound here. Drive it right back up the box. Stay balanced.
It is an 0-2 count. Dinsmore into the windup. Pitch is in the dirt. Ball number 1. Dinsmore, a slow windup. He steps back. Goes into his move. Richard Clardy's on deck for the Cardinals. Not sure how many innings we're playing. I would bet it's just 3. There's strike number 3, inside and somewhere in the zone there. So back-to-back strikeouts for Dinsmore, and Richard Clardy comes to the plate.
Well, let's see if Richard can get it started. We got 2 guys watching strike 3.
Swing and a miss. Tell you, you can talk about the last game all you want to, but you got to move on.
Right.
You got to get out here and play.
With. It's
Here comes the pitch. High, ball number 1. Here comes the next one to Clardy. He swings and fouls it out of play. That ball was breaking outside. It's kind of a defensive swing there.
Yeah, he did a good job fighting it off.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Clardy goes down. It's 3 up and 3 down for Dinsmore. 3 strikeouts, and the Cardinals will go to the field. Bottom half of the first inning. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. We're in the bottom half of the first inning of the JV game. Colton DeWoody is on the mound for the Cardinals. He will be throwing to his battery mate, Tyler Windling. Daniel Bryan is over at first. Richard Clardy is at second. Jackson Bradshaw is at shortstop. And Dylan Windling is at third. Out in the field, left to right, is A.J. Watson. Cade Goldsmith. And Dee Frazier. We talk about, Jake, about, you got to get past that game, but you just look at the field. And even on Warren's side, it just seems like a dead, everything's just dead at the moment.
Everything's dead. These JV guys are letting it carry on over there with them.
What can happen is to carry it to tomorrow. Watson Chapel, a team you expect to beat, you should beat, but by gosh, you go into a game flat like you are right now. You let them get up on you, and all of a sudden things can snowball. Big pitch by DeWoody. It's a strike one. Swing and a miss by Dinsmore is leading things off for the Lumberjacks. That ball hits Dinsmore on the right leg, and he will head to first base. So that brings up Irvin Rivera. He will bat with a runner on first. Doggone, he's already got his lead. I just chunk over there, step off and go. I don't even know that DeWoody's foot's on the mound. I guess it is now. Pitch is outside. Ball number one. DeWoody in the dirt. Windling turns the glove over and fields it. Good job right there. Ball popped up on the infield. Dylan Windling underneath it in foul territory. He moves over, makes the catch, called it off. It's a good call. And the out is made. Good job by the sophomore to take charge there. DeWoody had moved over to assist, but he stepped away. Now young man batting, Connor something. McDermott. Connor McDermott. He drives one out to center field. Cade Goldsmith, he moves underneath it, makes the catch, out number two.
He didn't have to move far. He set up right up under it. He don't have the sun in his eyes like they did earlier.
I know this is kind of petty, but man, the Cardinal uniforms look so much better than the Warren uniforms. I mean, it don't even look like their shirts are halfway tucked in. I don't know. It just looks sloppy. Again, that's kind of petty. I know. Pop up on the infield. DeWoody calls for it, moves up, makes the catch, and that is out number three. So a runner is stranded at first base. And we will go to the top of the second. No score here in the JV game. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back to the ball field here in Warren. The JV game, it's 0-0. We're in the top of the second inning. Colton Dewoody comes to the plate. He bats against the pitcher Dinsmore. He watches the ball low.
Let's see if Dewoody can get us rolling here and get 3 strikeouts in the first.
Ooh.
He's way ahead.
Way out in front of that one. 1-1 count. So we're discussing the conference standings. Pitch just off the plate, ball number 2. Cardinals still in the lead. We have played the most games of, looks like everybody. We have 2 losses. Magnolia has 2 losses and Star City has 2 losses. Pitch outside, ball 3. We still have to play Magnolia for a second time. We've beat them once, but obviously if we were to win out and beat Magnolia, then we hold the top spot over them. The question is Star City. Star City beat Magnolia, but they still have to play again. Strike called on Dewood. It's a full count. So Cardinals, they're going to have to get on it, and they're going to have to get to work after slipping in 2 straight conference games. And then there's a ball hit to the shortstop. He fields it on a hop, throws across, not in time, as Dewoody is safe.
Boy, he fielded that ball backhanded deep in the by shortstop. He just didn't have time to throw, get Dewoody out.
So Landon Morgan will come to the plate. No outs, runner on first. So basically the Cardinals don't necessarily control their fate because it depends on what Star City does, but you win out and you put yourself right there in the position to win conference. They'll try it again tomorrow night against Watson Chapel. Landon Morgan drives a line drive out to center field. A good-looking hit. Dewoody turns around second on to third. And a good hit right there by Landon Morgan. Line drive.
Right back up the middle.
Right back up the middle.
On the first pitch.
That ball was up just a little bit. He got his hands up on it and drove it hard. And so that brings in Daniel Bryan with runners at the corners, no outs. Here's the pitch, high, ball 1. Next pitch coming. Bryan lifts it out to left field. Left fielder retreating. He's going to get underneath it. The tag is made by Dewoody at third, and he will come in and score. So a sacrifice fly by Daniel Bryan, an RBI, and the Cardinals are on the board. Morgan stayed at first base, did not tag. Jackson Bradshaw comes to the plate with 1 out. Pitch is high inside, ball number 1. Next pitch to Bradshaw. Ball lifted out to left center field. Left fielder gives up on it. Center fielder running over to it. Center fielder makes the catch. Well, I tell you what, that left fielder gave up on it.
He sure did.
Real quick. I guess the center fielder caught it, but he had a long ways to run.
That left fielder had half the distance.
Exactly.
Center fielder, but
he took about 3 steps, and you saw him just change gears and whoop, shut it down. Check on the runner at first. Ball's overthrown. First base is overthrown, and Morgan moves up to second.
against Malvern.
Harmony Grove Hornets up 6-1 against Malvern. Outstanding. Go Hornets. More Ouachita County action.
Does it say who's pitching?
Ball, wild pitch to the backstop. Morgan moves up now to third base. So 2 outs, runner at third. Tyler Windling is at the plate. He's got a chance to get another one across for the Cardinals.
That would be a final, I believe.
Next pitch coming. Oh. Get up and run, Morgan. Get up and run, baby. Get down and slide. He's in safely. So the ball hit the dirt. The catcher, it bounced away from him, but not very far. But Morgan didn't tell that, couldn't tell that. And what did he do there, Dad?
Well, he slipped down like he had a lot of.
Did you change the cameras? What I want to know.
No, I didn't.
He slipped and his feet came right out from underneath him. He sat down on his butt. But then the catcher, he threw to third base, and so Landon got up and made it home.
I'm glad he was paying attention to the throw.
No doubt.
Because he's not one you get in a rundown.
Pitch is outside to Windling. It's 2-0 ball game here in the JV game.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there's no way the catcher could have caught the ball.
Here's the pitch. Outside, Windling walks.
I couldn't see anything but Landon coming down the line.
And so now, little brother Dylan comes to the plate. And he started off with an infield single by Colton DeWoody. And a line drive single by Morgan pushed DeWoody over to third. Sacrifice fly by Daniel Bryan got DeWoody in. Bradshaw flew out to the center fielder, but then Morgan scored on the, I guess technically that's a stolen base of home, huh? It really wasn't a wild pitch. He stole home. You can make sure you tell him that. Windling pops it up on the infield. First base, but everybody's converging on it. The pitcher rather, makes the catch in the heel of his glove, and Dylan Windling's out, and that will end the top of the second inning. But 2 runs do score. It's 2-0 in favor of the JV Cardinals. This is Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball. Bottom of the second inning, DeWoody back on the mound. We got Grant Jeffers behind the plate. Landy Morgan's over at first base. Jason Wolfe is out at second base. Bradshaw is at shortstop, and Dylan Willing over at third. A.J. Watson, Cade Goldsmith, D.D. Frazier in the outfield. Swing and a miss to the first batter. Next one, he watches outside, ball number 1. Here comes the next one from D. Woody. It's a good pitch. D. Woody looking strong this evening. The sun has set behind the trees. We're under the lights here on this Monday afternoon. Breaking pitch just a little bit high, and Jeffers frames it well, but did not get the call. Here comes the next one from D. Woody. Ball driven out of play to the right side. Nice complex here that Warren has. They used to hold the Pink Tomato Festival softball tournament back. I don't know if they still do that or not. There's a good breaking pitch. Again, just a little bit high. I played in that a couple times. It was always so blasted hot over here. Did it in July, if I remember correctly. That was years ago. There's a pitch. That's going to be a fair ball. Pick it up. He's got to throw it. And he does down to Morgan. A good play by Grant Jeffers. That ball hit the plate and did not hit the batter in the box. So it was a fair ball if it stayed fair. Jeffers ended up touching it in fair territory, picked it up, and threw out the runner. So a good job by the freshman catcher. And that brings up the next batter, number 13, with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch stays high from D. Woody. 1-0 count. In the dirt, ball number 2. Next pitch coming, swing and a miss. Took something off of that, and the batter swung right over the top. Talking about Harmony Grove, last update that we see here. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 3. Harmony Grove is on top in their conference, 6-1. Smackover is at 5-1, and I believe the loss that Smackover has is from Harmony Grove. Is that correct, Jake? Is that right? Swing and a miss. Another good pitch by D. Woody. It's a full count now. Drew Central's at 4-2. Dumas is at 3-3. McGee 2-3. Lakeside 0-4, and Rising 0-6. Ball lifted out to left field. Retreating is Watson. That's going to get over his head, and that ball is to the fence. Big drive right there by the batter, number 13, and he's on with a double with 1 out here in the second inning. 2-0 ball game.
That was a hard hit ball, just way up high. Watson had to run. Just couldn't get to it in time.
So now number 24 bats with a runner on second. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss.
Right. Yeah.
Pitch inside. And we've talked several times about there being a conference tournament, but as it stands right now, there does not going to be a need for a conference tournament. The purpose of that, it's a pitch in the dirt, was should teams have issues with COVID and we could not get all our games in, the conference tournament was going to be basically the play-in for the regional tournament. But if all the teams get their games in, ball out of play, then there will be no need for a conference tournament. So however they finish, the top 4 in our conference will go to the regional tournament, which will be held in Nashville. So that last week where we moved the games up, we moved the Star City game up, I believe, and the Hamburg game, if I remember correctly, moved them up. That is an open week now. Oh, good pitch, strikeout by D. Woody. He threw a nice little breaking pitch on the inside corner. And a strikeout, second out of the inning. But with that open week, some of these teams that have not played as many games, we haven't missed a game, but some of these teams that haven't played as many games, they will have an opportunity to make up those games that week, and therefore will not be a need for a conference tournament. So That being said, as a pitch is high from D. Woody, the Cardinals, if we play out and don't have any rainouts or anything, will have a week of rest basically before the regional tournament. And that could prove very good after some really tough weeks. Cardinals have played 3 games last week, supposed to be 4. I think the rainout was a good thing from Friday, pushing this game tonight. It didn't end like we wanted it to, but we got 3 conference games this week. Ball hit out to the first baseman. Morgan fields it, touches first, and that will end the inning. That's 3 outs, so no runs scored. A double hit off the bat of number 13, but he was stranded out at second base, and that will end the second inning. Cardinals lead 2-0. We go to the top of the third. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. We are in the top of the third inning here at Warren. And we have a new pitcher on the mound, number 26. He will come in and face Grant Jeffis. And A.J. Watson and whoever's on deck after him. Cardinals lead this one in the JV game 2-0.
Hey, I got a text from Lisa. She told me that.
Pitch is high. Ball number 1. This pitcher has a little bit more zip to his fastball. Here's the pitch. Big cut by Grant, but he was behind. I tell you what, Jake, this pitcher's bringing it now.
He's got a little pop to him, Grant. Grant struggles at the plate a little bit. I'd like to see a big hit there from him at left fielder's way again.
Oh, swinging at a ball in his eyes right there. It's a 1-2 count now. Top of the third inning. The Geese fly over out in left field. Swing and a miss. Jeffis down on strikes. Another pitch high, and he swung right through it underneath it. That brings up A.J. Watson. He will bat with 1 out. Cade Goldsmith is on deck. He watches a ball inside. Watson, left-handed batter. Playing left field right now for the Cardinals, the JV squad. Swing and a miss. Watson swings through one. He steps out now. He gets his thoughts together. Pitch coming. It's in the dirt. Inside, ball number 2. The catcher for Warren wipes the plate off. Here comes the next one from number 26. Swing and a miss.
I think AJ's due for him a good hard hit. He usually hits the ball pretty hard.
He fouls one off.
We got a fly ball in the sun that gives them 2 runs that they normally wouldn't have. I mean, you can't do anything about it. Get paid exactly.
Got a 2-2 count.
Here comes the next one. Fouls another one off. Swing and a miss. He swings it one high. This pitcher throws it pretty hard, Jake. Everything kind of seems to be up in the zone, but we keep swinging at it.
It's just them young ball players and discipline at the plate. Of course, as the umpires have been tonight, you don't know what you're getting. So you might have to swing at it.
Goldsmith takes strike one. A breaking pitch fell into the zone. Another breaking pitch that stays high. Ball number 1. Here comes the next one from the pitcher. It's a little bit low. Ball 2. The wind up and the pitch in the dirt again. That's ball number 3. 3-1 is the count. In the dirt, Goldsmith works a walk. And D.D. Frazier will come to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first. Ooh, that's over the head of Frazier. It's ball number 1.
Yep, it was.
Jason Wolfe is on deck.
It's just, we need to finish in the top 2.
Runner on first. Frazier with a 1-0 count. Oh, that ball's in the dirt to the backstop. Goldsmith to second. He rounds second, looks, but he will stay right there. 2-0 count to Frazier. So after striking out the first 2, this pitcher's walked 1 and got a 2-0 count on D.D. Here's the pitch. It's high to the backstop, and Goldsmith's going to end up at third.
I think the shortstop beat him there.
I was watching that too. I thought, backing him up, I guess. There you go. So a 3-0 count. Runner stands 90 feet away. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, ball 4. And Frazier will walk. That brings up freshman Jason Wolfe.
Come on, Jay. Get your big hit here.
He's got a chance to drive one in. Come on, kid, hit the ball. Here's the pitch. It's high, ball one. Good eye. One 0 count. Runners at the corners. 2 outs here. It's a 2-0 ball game. Here comes the pitch. Just a little bit outside.
Like he's up in zone outside a little bit.
It's a 2-0 count. Trying to find his first hit of the season. It'd be a big one right here, would score a run. That's an eye.
It's up and away.
Up and away, so a 3-0 count now. Now he'll make him throw a strike here. And there it is. So it's a 3-1 count now. Now we're ready to hit.
Jason had a little surprised look on his face. Looked like he thought that was maybe a little outside it.
3-1 pitch coming in the dirt. That is ball 4. So he works himself a walk, and that brings in Brandon Blackburn. Brandon had a big hit a couple games ago. He could really help the Cardinals if he put one hard hit like he did last time. Here comes the pitch. That's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher a little bit. Not too far, though. And the coach for Warren, this will be the assistant coach. He makes his way out to talk to his pitcher. Gives us time to thank Jim Golden Ford Lincoln for the home plate cam and Harrison's carpet cleaning for their first and third base cams. Glad that they're working tonight. We have
57 miles from school. Maybe school won't be buying a meal because we're not 60 miles.
Here comes the pitch to Blackburn. It's right down the middle, strike one. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Blackburn tried. Boy, if he could connect, there's a big hole on the right side, Jake.
There is one up the middle, too.
He's using that home run bat, too.
That's right.
Oh, I believe that hit him in the helmet. Did it not?
I don't know.
I don't know. The ball's rolling across the infield. Dede Frazier's trying to come home. Here comes a throw home, and Dede's going to be out. But, man, I would have sworn that hit him or hit something.
Like it hit the
Maybe it hit the catcher's mitt. Maybe that's what it was. But run does score. The ball was thrown out to the field. Dede tried to score from third. Coach Carmody sent him, and he was thrown out at the plate. But it is 3-0. And we will go to the bottom of the third. Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball. All right, bottom of the third inning, D. Woody back on the mound, his third inning of action, doing a good job keeping Warren off the scoreboard. It's 3-0. The defensive alignment a little bit different as D.D. Frazier moves to center field and Brandon Blackburn comes into right field. Everybody else is the same. And the first pitch is a strike to number 2. Tried to spin one in there. It fell in the dirt. Ball 1. Again, 4:30 tomorrow. Isn't that right, Wes? 4:30?
Yeah.
4:30 tomorrow. Ooh, it's a good-looking pitch, just a little bit high. Watson Chapel coming to town. Come out and support Cardinals. Swing and a miss. Foul to the screen. Pitch is high. Checking on the Lady Cardinals softball, it appears, if I'm looking at this correctly, and I don't want to misspeak here, but the Lady Cardinals lost today against Star City 8-0. It's a strikeout of number 2. He goes down looking, or was he swinging? I'm sorry, I really was looking at, he was looking, that's why my eyes caught that, I thought. So a tough loss there for the Lady Cardinals. They fall to 7-1 in conference, according to Scorebook Live. Good pitch right there, just a little bit outside, says the umpire. D. Woody really throwing well this afternoon. So they lost to Star City. Star City is the number 2 team in the conference. They are 6-1. Cardinals at 7-1. There's a ball low. Lady Cardinals play next tomorrow at Watson Chapel, it says. That's what this says. I fit to say, I think that's home. They played Watson Chapel in Watson Chapel before we did, right? Well, that is not on the website correctly. And so Watson Chapel, Lady Wildcats or whatever, there's a strike for D. Woody. Lady Cats will come to Fairview as far as we know. I don't know, we may be wrong. Somebody correct me if we do. Swing and a miss. D. Woody looking really, really sharp, Jake.
He is. He's throwing really well tonight. He come out the other night. He struggled a little bit at Star City, but not too bad. He threw some strikes, but he's really effective tonight.
Oh, good pitch. Good grief.
How that one missed. That was at the knees.
That was a great pitch. And the walk to number 25.
Missy stepped good, I'm sure. It's a Woodlaw.
There's a ball hit to the right side. Foul into the dugout of the Cardinals. D. Woody with a big smile on his face looking over at first base. Checking again. He checks again. Comes set. Holding a long time. And now he comes home in the dirt. The runner's off and running. The ball could not be handled by Jeffers. And stolen base.
Boy, he's just talking smack, isn't he? He's just mouthing at it.
Ball fouled. Out of play here. D. Woody and the runner playing a little game within the game. The 1-2 count, I believe, on the batter. Bigger lead now for the runner. Bradshaw behind the runner. D. Woody looking, has yet to come set. Now he comes set. Now he comes home. Ball hit to the left side, out of play, or foul rather. I really kind of want to see D. Woody try to pick him off. Pretty good lead for the runner at second. Nobody's there. Ball is in the dirt off the mask of Jeffers. And the runner moves over to third base.
I don't know if Grant could have blocked that ball or not. It hit right at the top of his helmet after hitting the dirt a couple of feet in front of the plate. The ball had a lot of cut to it. Couldn't come up with it.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and the batter goes down swinging. Uh-oh, did he say Wolfe?
I think so. Same number as your Wolfe.
Very possible, and I might be related to him. Us Wolves hail from the area.
He's number 23 also.
He is number 23. He swung and missed at that one. In the dirt, ball number 1. Yep. Grandmother was born here, I believe. Down in Banks. There's a ball in the dirt. Good block by Jeffers.
Grant Jeffers did a good job staying down on that
That
ball.
was a good job. You're right.
Keep that runner from scoring.
Swing.
Good pitch.
And a miss. Now a full count. I think I misspoke a while ago. I thought it was a strike on the first pitch, but it was a ball. So now it's a full count.
Woody's out of the windup.
Yeah, off the plate there in ball number 4.
Somebody be letting loose the ball over that damn.
That's right.
So Jeffers steps out, talks to his infield.
Or when they.
And the new batter, number 33. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Right down the middle. That went inside at the feet of the batter.
Logan Robertson has totally disappeared from my roster. I've got 2 Michael Souls and no Logan Robertson.
There's a ball lifted to the right side. Morgan, no, that's Daniel Bryan rather. He's over there. He makes the catch, and that will end the ball game. So the Cardinal JV squad wins it 3-0 here in 3 innings. The varsity squad falls to the Lumberjacks 6-5 in 7. We will be back on the air tomorrow afternoon from Camden Yards, a home game against Watson Chapel. So if you could join us at the ball field, please do come support these guys. But if you cannot, tune in. Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball on YouTube. We hope to have it for you. For Jonathan, or for Jonathan Wolfe, for Jake Morgan, Wes O'Hara, I am Jonathan Wolfe. Y'all have a great evening. This is Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball.